Don't drop anything, Rose.
We're here indoor at the Springs Preserve with Chris Sakmar, the lead naturalist here at the Springs Preserve. Can you tell us a little bit of what you do here with the visitors at this preserve?
So my position is part of an education department. So what I do is I research and develop programs for kids here in Las Vegas to learn all about nature, about the Mojave Desert and how people interact with it and what we can do to hopefully conserve a little bit of it.
That's awesome. That's really important too, because it seems like Las Vegas is constantly trying to distribute their resources in a conservative manner.
Yeah, and it's often overthought because so many people, when you think of Las Vegas, think about the Strip and the casinos and things.
Right.
But a couple years back, Outside Magazine said Las Vegas was the best city in the United States to live if you were into the outdoors, because we're so close to so many national parks and so many beautiful outdoor places.
So what kind of programs do you have here for children that gets them interested in being outdoors, being naturalists themselves?
Nice. Well, we do summer camps. We do daytime programs. If the school district has a holiday, we'll do a daytime camp for that. But my favorite program is this. This is the Nature Exchange. And what it is it's a trading post. It's a place where kids can bring in things they find in nature, trade them for points, and then use the points to get other items. So if you're a rock collector, an insect collector, you like shells, pine cones, fossils, you can collect these things and work on your own collection and develop one of your own.
That's cool. So you're creating little naturalists here.
I am creating little naturalists, yes.
That's awesome.
It's funny, when I was a little kid growing up in Los Angeles, my hero was a guy that worked at the Griffith Park Observatory that was a geologist that trained astronauts for, moon landings. And for me, I brought him rocks. He'd tell me, "Oh, Chris, this is sandstone, this is whatever." And now I'm kind of doing what he did. So,
cool. So
except I didn't get to train astronauts.
Well, you can only ask for so much. That's awesome, though. So you're kind of following in the footsteps of your own childhood here.
Yeah.
And I'm sure you're creating some little naturalists yourselves who hope to be like you one day.
Yeah, we've been doing this program for about 10 years. We've had stories about people that were, 10, 11, 12 years old when we first started that were involved in the program, and now they're 20, 21, 22, and they're getting national scholarships for developing sinkhole prevention programs and things. So it's a little inspiring, keeps us going.
That is really inspiring. So is there anything fun for adults to do here, or do the kids only get to have fun?
What's funny is the program's designed for kids, but I'd say probably about 90% of the people that do it are children. The other 10% are people who just have a passion, that have collected rocks their whole lives, that have collected fossils, and they do it as part of like a fun thing. They'll bring in, those are the real explorers, people that bring in like, "Oh, Chris, spent 3 days backpacking and I found this fossil. What do you think about this one?" I'm like, "Oh, that's great." And they trade it for other things. And then the nice part about that is those fossils end up being, if you brought something in and traded it to me, we would take it and put it on the shelf, and maybe the next person that comes in and takes it home is, a local 7-year-old. And even that one item is enough to spark an interest in them. So
So it's also just building this sense of community, passing over generations, passing over different cultures of this, this love, the shared love of nature.
Right, and it starts that love. I mean, there's some really cool things that we have here that
have
you
quite the collection.
Yeah, that you wouldn't even find in local rock shops.
It's bringing the world to Vegas as well.
Yeah. So
very cool.
Fun program.
Can you imagine if you're just like prehistoric animal swimming in the water in this? No. So why do you think that having these programs and having the Springs Preserve is important for Las Vegas and the people of Las Vegas?
It's a great program. This is a national program. It actually started up in Canada. There's about 10 of them around the U.S. and Canada right now. But it's a great program for the community because what it does is it encourages nature at a time when oftentimes that's not really what kids are thinking about. People have said that kids aren't going outside as much as they used to.
Right.
And so this is a program that gets them interested in nature and gets them outside. Turn off the computer. Not yet. Wait, watch this video first.
Yeah, finish this and then
finish
go
the video
outside.
and then go outside. Turn on the computer, go outside, and and just explore what it is in the world around you.
That is definitely important. That way people, they have a love for nature and then they want to help preserve it and they want to be more conservative with their resources and things like that.
Exactly.
Or like you said, move on to have a career.
Yeah. We're having a hard time finding people to fill science roles.
Right.
Geology, biology, archaeology are all roles that they could introduce here when they're very, very little, and
spark that interest.
spark things they'll hold for life. So,
That's awesome.
Yeah. What's funny about Las Vegas is a desert environment, an arid environment. Fossils and things last a little bit longer, and there are still things that can be found. And there are places where people are still finding whole skeletons of saber-tooth, smilodons, and ground sloths. We had someone come in with large. At first, I didn't recognize what they were, but they were large fossilized oysters that they found underneath their house. They were digging a pool, and they found them underneath their house. So, that's the kind of the neat thing about it is, in a lot of ways, it is kind of a treasure hunt. There are things out there, and they're to be found. The great thing about Nevada as a state is so much of it is BLM land, which is public land. It's your land. It's my land. You can go out there and collect what you like. If you found a dinosaur skeleton, you should notify it. So, but most of what we found are little trilobites or fossil shells, and there's no limit in how those you can collect. So.
Yeah. That's great because
it's a great city for it.
Yeah, you often think of the desert as being this arid, barren place with not much to offer, but it sounds like it offers quite a bit.
It's an arid, barren place with lots to offer.
Yeah, there you go. Perfect.
Nice. You guys want to look around and see some of the stuff that we have here?
Love to.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, let's go exploring. Yeah. So we have the place comes in. We do trade with other exchanges. So, like for example, the Nature Exchange in Atlanta, we send them, scorpions and and volcanic rock, and they send shells and all kinds of things that they get around the south. Okay. We get a lot of stuff to trade in. But there's something for pretty much everyone. So kids are interested in insects or shells, or rocks and minerals. We even have a lot of fossils. And what's great is because it's the Southwest, because there are a lot of fossils and things to be found. Most of this is local stuff. People can come in and they can say, where's all this petrified wood come from? If it's found in BLM, it's okay. You can collect it. And it starts an interest in things that you just don't find at your local store or in your backyard.
Right, definitely.
So
not a lot of people live in deserty areas, so I'm sure it kind of opens up their minds to what can be here, and also how it might have used to be different around here too.
The only complaint that we get about the program is people that have come in for the first time and discovered it as they're here, and they say, "Oh, I'm from Chicago. I wish I had something to trade in so I could take some of these things home." And so.
Okay, so if you're coming to the Springs Preserve, bring something.
Bring a rock.
Bring something to trade.
Check your pockets. Bring a dead bug. Just grab a dead bug on your way out the door. The other thing we do here is we crack the geode, so if you want to try it, we'll go out and bust one open.
Yeah,
all right, let's go for it. Yeah.
Awesome.
Geodes largely form in two ways. Either you will have an area, a volcanic area, where there's empty space inside the rock, that kind of hardens as the mineral hardens. When that happens, water will soak through the ground, bringing with it minerals, and it finds these empty spaces and fills them up. And so you find a lot of those geodes all around the United States, but most of the Southwest, you see a lot of old volcanic areas and things. These are a little different. These are fossilized geodes. So what this is imagine, this is biological. Imagine if someone buried a pumpkin or a bell pepper, something that's hollow on the inside, over thousands and thousands of years. The biological material will decay down to its base minerals, and those minerals will eventually start to crystallize, and that's what you have here. These are ancient sea creatures that have been fossilized, and now now we're gonna take a hammer to one and see what's inside of it.
See what's inside.
Yeah. So
awesome.
Did you bring your muscles?
I did.
Okay, good.
Got them. Put them on today.
I got a good one picked out here.
Oh, sweet.
This is a good solid one. And sometimes you can hear little things inside of
Ooh.
it. What's funny is occasionally we'll break some of the local geodes, the silicate geodes, and every once in a while you'll break one open and it's a dry solid rock like this, and there'll be water inside of it. So it is kind of interesting. Like
really
you can
cool.
see how it happens, how these things
Right.
form. So let's go break one open. Okay, how do I look? Do I look good?
You look good.
Okay,
You
good,
look
thanks.
good. Safe.
All right, you too. Okay, good.
Good,
So
good.
I have the chisel here just to kind of concentrate where we're going to hit, and you
Okay.
get this highly advanced geode breaking tool.
Either side?
Right, either side, right? Well, the front or the back.
Yes.
Yeah, good. All right, so I'm going to hold this here. We're going to try and get a nice crack that goes right down the middle.
Okay. And you
Just
want
tap it right there, yeah. Try not to hit there or there.
Okay, I'll
no,
try.
You're fine. Okay,
I've got
good,
pretty
yeah.
poor aim.
Yes, it's good. Nice, all right. just kind of rotate, see if we can get one crack goes all the way around. Nice. Ooh, got a good crack there. All right.
That felt like a
Give
good
it
one.
a couple taps right about there. Get another one. Oh, right there.
Right here.
There you go. Look at that.
Wow.
Look, that makes a lovely ring. doesn't
Oh,
it?
so
There you go.
beautiful.
Yes.
Oh, thank you.
Here, yes, a million times yes. So very cool. And what's happened is this is quartz. So all of the silica that was inside of this thing has, solidified and over tens of thousands of years formed this, crystalline matrix.
Just waiting for me to
Yeah.
come smash it open
Yeah,
with a hammer.
it's kind of fun because what's interesting is no one's ever seen the inside of it. So
Right,
you don't know what's
yeah.
inside. Could be spiders, could be
I
soup.
don't see any spiders.
It's just minerals. Yeah, it's always minerals.
It's always minerals.
Has it ever been spiders?
No, never been spiders. But you never know. I've never seen the inside, so yeah. Nice. So very cool.
Very cool.
And now it's yours, so you can You can make
Mine? Oh, for
make an
me?
earring out of it or whatever you want to do.
Yeah, nice headpiece,
Yeah.
right? No, I think a necklace. That's what's in nowadays,
Necklace, there
right?
it is,
the big
yeah.
statement
Yeah.
necklace.
Do you have a pool at the hotel? You might not want to wear that when you're swimming.
Gotcha. Probably a good idea. A little heavy.
It's a fun thing for the kids to come in and do, Throw it in there, take that home with you.
Back to Kansas.
Back to Kansas.
With you.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much, Chris, for coming and showing us your awesome programs in here. It seems like a real gym in Las Vegas.
Very nice. Yeah, it's my pleasure. Yeah, come by anytime.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
Bring some dead bugs next time.
We'll
trade.
do. We'll
You
do. We got them.
Wow, this place is incredible. I'm so excited that we got to come here and check it out. If you want to find out more information, check out the Springs Preserve all over the internet. They're on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, all that good stuff, including their YouTube channel where they post a lot of awesome high quality video content, including a monthly show showing off all the awesome things they have going on. So next time you're in Las Vegas, come check out the Springs Preserve. Tell them Nathan and Rose sent you.